Hit this. Let that load. Let this load so I can edit this because I need to add Oracle cards to this shit before I do anything. Oh, it's just 2 card pulls. It's pretty. I can keep it with 2 card pulls. I'm not that worried about the the fucking specifics of it. Whatever. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Wait, did I pass it up? I think I did. Well, that's just that. That's not gonna have everything in it. So did I not pass it up? There it is. But wait, no, I did want that version of it actually. I actually really did. All right. What are we going to begin? I like the letters tarot. We're gonna begin with that. And for those that are in here and come through, you know, during the card pulls, and anyone like that watches it afterwards, of course, obviously, but. Alright, so we have Emperor, which is divinity, distinction, that's the word I couldn't say earlier. I can't, whatever. Being specific. Reach a higher perspective that enables you to see the whole picture. And judgment, which is divine power, but also corruption. Let your personal form shine and reach the balance you require. So, with that, I can kind of just say, off bat, kind of just using like tarot logic at this point, is really with the flame that you have, the small flame, whatever you're dictating on making your next move, make sure that when you do it, you pay attention to that higher self, that higher realm, those signs. Whether the sign is a body pain that happens on, or like a flash or a pulsation sense, or like your goosebumps or whatever. Pay attention to those. Allow your senses that are heightened to actually be noticed and used rather than avoided or ignored, whether the ignoring is on purpose or on accident, regardless, right? But really being in that form, that phase of evolution where you're learning the higher version of yourself in that phase, where you don't really control the physical around you, but you control where you stand and in what physical you stand in. Physical meaning like timeline in that sense. I think I should have said it that way, but you get to change where you stand at in the grand scheme of time, in which reflection of time you're going to be in that sense, based off of your your mental stature, and not only that, but other things like your emotional stature, the spiritual stature, everything of that nature. So really allow this next idea you have to be fueled properly. And that fueling properly is just by listening to the body. Whenever you feel a pain somewhere, like a poke or a prick somewhere, like focus in on it. Really get the sense of it. Let it speak to you. Dive deep into it. It might feel a little weird or feel unusual or be a little scary because you might not be used to it. but doing that's going to actually give you answers that aren't normally given, with how the rational mind works and how the rational mind digests things. If I can use my words correctly, goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. Yeah, we'll move on to the animals. And we'll pull two animals, see what advice the animals have. I am getting a lot about transformation though. A lot of gears just moving. Some gears being jammed and some gears like not, obviously, but just the next phase of things. We're entering spring. Uh in the beginning of things are just, taking on, allowing those things to take form is what's happening. So yeah, right now with giraffe reflection, if you are facing a difficult situation, do not rush into making a decision. You are advised to turn the problem around in all possible manners before deciding on a solution. Your circumstances need to be examined carefully. And B, productivity. It is time to examine your productivity. Disorganization and indecisiveness may be causing you to miss opportunities. Take a moment to prioritize your goals and get a clear view of how to get where you want to go and what it will take to get there. So again, going back to the Emperor and Judgment, that higher self, like how are you fueling yourself? How are things moving around you and with you? Um, what things could you possibly be doing different? What things could you, do you need to stop doing? What things need to be doing more of? What do you need to be doing more of in a different state of being? Like, do you notice yourself being in certain modes at certain times? Notice that. And even here, I was about to say it, kangaroos right here with cycle. I was just about to start talking about that. Pay attention to, like, oh, I start, really getting into my groove right about here, but I get my warnings around here. But when I get that warning, I'm still needing to, I'm still wanting to rest and not work. So I end up, all those things. Pay attention to the cycles. And again, here, a 9-month cycle is at play. Your current project will take 9 months to mature and benefit you. Fully commit to it. You have all the strength and stamina you need as long as you move forward and not backward. And the whole, moving backwards is the, going through that cycle and being like, oh, well, at least I did better this time from last time, and it still being around the same, only being minutely better, based off of like maybe mental strength at that sense, or like an emotional strength or a feeling strength. But regardless, it's about that battle of self in that degree. So just paying attention to like this new flame that you have with Aries energy, the Emperor. You're able to lead off and create something new. You're able to rule something new. You have a new decision to make. You have a new line to walk, and you've decided to walk it. How are you going to walk it, and how are you going to maneuver with it, not around it, but with it, to create a beneficial outcome, so that there is no a sense of betrayal or feelings of doing wrong, things of that nature. However, guilt, whichever, whatever the situation you are currently in requires. We're gonna get some angel cards, and then we'll get other cards, and then we'll get the other angel cards later. I'll split them up. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. You know how it is. We're back at it. We're doing a collective read, which is rare. So, we're doing a 2-card collective read from every deck. So, but the angels is Shamuel, with perspective. There's a better way. Pause for reflection and insight. Dare to be different. And the sun, Archangel Uriel, Life is wonderful. Thrive through the power of positive thinking and an inspiring success. So overall, with like the majors just like coming out like that, um, Samuel and Uriel, there is a lot of change. There's a lot of heart change. There's a lot of learning, like forgiveness, the power of the voice. You know, the lessons of destruction, of getting burned with the flame of rebirth, to go through that. You know, I've been picking that up a lot, that a lot of people are going through their like their flame moment, and it's it's more of a moral. This flame battle isn't what really, at least if from what I've experienced and people that I've talked to, like there's no like it's a moral thing. It's not really like an emotional thing. It's not really a thing where there's like a lot of panic and well, there's panic, but it's not like big panic, but it's like moral decisions, like which path are you gonna choose, like what do you wish to do, and working with the moral, like the moral mental strength, if that makes sense. But for some, it's been a very emotional thing, and it's like not even from relationships. It's more of just like confusion and being lost, and just feeling that agitation, that blank space. For some, it's relationships, but it's just like the way that planets are and stuff. The healing, that the strong healing that a lot of placements have gone through, that kind of like ceased, is very interesting, because at some point you had to play that certain role, and now that that role's gone, there's like that bridge, that gap of like, okay, who do I play now, because with astrology, the planets don't control you. The astrology tells you how you move through the planets. So whenever we have Mercury retrograde, it's not the fact that Mercury's actually blocking your communications. It's literally the fact of you, your side, the part of you that has issues with communication, whether it's internal, external, is going to be more flared up whenever Mercury's in retrograde, because it's showing you that aspect of you. And it's not uh to make people mad, or a sense to try and humble others either. It's a sense of working with that, working out the muscles and intervals, keeping them fresh, keeping them updated within the cycles. That's the cool thing about astrology. We have 69. This is 69. So for the shadow, we have Lady Charlotte's Mirror, which is fear, loneliness, betrayal, replacing real with virtual life, stalemate, isolation, social exclusion, depression, confronting morality. God dang it. Impulses and unrequited love. Um, and then we have Abracadabra. When I get to it, I got to it. Which is physical and mental healing, health, a specialist, knowledge and skill, learning, and confusion. So all in all, um, especially for those that are feeling more closeted, or those who are more closeted now, this is kind of a nudge to expanding yourself. A lot of what you wish for, a lot of what you've been asking for manifestation wise, though it's yours, not, sometimes you need that extra boost. Sometimes your manifestation comes through another individual. So allowing that to happen. Maybe it's your vision, and it seems like your vision is tuned to your vision, but you just won't be in control of it, or have full range of what you desire. It's about kind of releasing that control. So for donations, I have them up in the pinned. I can send them again though. But it's PayPal, it's Chime, it's Cash App, and uh, Venmo. Make sure to read the names though. A lot of people when they use the Cash App, they'll use the wrong name. It's still my account, but I can't draw money from that account because I'm locked out of it. So it's the one I have in there is the correct one. Just make sure you type it in right if it is Cash App. But I appreciate love the consideration for the consideration for the donation. What was I saying? I forgot. Oh, right, yeah. So it's like if you know if you're working with someone or someone else brings you like your dream, working with them, not being afraid to work with those individuals, not being afraid to work with those that share that same vision, um, and you giving your flair, your life to it, you know, not allowing that ego part of self be selfish and only wish to have that part for self, and truly be part of the whole, um, and allow a collaboration of different energies who are on the same wavelength. Um, but really being focused on that, whether that's with projects, whether that's with making friends, even with the whole thing, um, doubting that your manifestations are working due to how the external world's reacting, or doubting how things seem. There's always going to be a twist, a hint, a chance to do something different, and it's about tapping into that energy. It's not about believing it, it's just about doing it. It doesn't matter if you don't believe in something working. The effort that you put into it will soon pay off. So even if you don't believe that you're healing, or you don't believe that you're able to make friends, it's about going out and trying that and allowing it to. Oh, excuse me. Hello? No. I'm trying to get some right now though. Alrighty, I'm back, and I already forgot what I was talking about too. That is another interruption. Damn. There's the book. All right. So I already forgot what I was talking about. I can't remember this one this time. I think it's too far gone. I think it's way too far gone. Oh, nice. Well, that's good to know that that's there. Going out, making friends. Okay. Um, and how is that relating with? That is with the doubt and the manifestations. With Deborah. Thinking. Okay, the second I thought about it, the phone call moment like busted the bubble immediately. So that's unfortunate. But yeah, manifesting more of what you want. Allowing that to happen through other people, not being so afraid of reaching out for that help, or that being in that vulnerable state. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm gonna drop the train there because I've lost the tracks like twice. Oh man. Yeah, yeah. I think I kind of said something along that line. Don't be afraid to venture out. Don't be afraid to allow the manifestations that you have be brought through by others. Shit, let's see here. Let's see. So we have star being healing codes, which is, let me get to it real quick. Let's start gathering, so it should be next, right? Yep. which is important information. Wounds are healed and recharging. The message of this card is, if the world seems overwhelming or intense at this time, know that it's okay for you to retreat to a safe space to cleanse and recharge your energy. You may be called you may feel called to be a healer for others and share healing with the world, but please ensure that you are balanced and filled up with light first. This is not the time to sacrifice your own well-being in order to serve others. Light beings are placed with their hands up now, placing their hands on you now, filling you with divine light that will wash away any blockage or stagnant energy standing in the way of your freedom of health and wholeness. Star beings are channeling healing codes and frequencies into your being, and it's important for you to stay alert for any intuitive guidance about your body, so you can be restored to health once more. Well, that's just nice confirmation. That's just wonderful confirmation about paying attention to the body more. Anyway, we have next Shambhala initiations, retreating to recharge, trusting the process and Dharma. When things quieten down in your life, know that it isn't a failure but an opportunity to retreat and recharge. In the busyness of the physical world, our spirits are often playing up with our body to the point where it gets used to being overactive and overworked. When the great masters of Sambahala come to you, they are encouraging you to take time away from the outer world and dive deep into the inner world. If you have been moving full speed ahead, this gateway encourages you to slow down and retreat. Take time to gather your energy, spend time in meditation and reflection in order to gain a clear awareness of your current situation. You will uncover many insights and gifts during this period. Realize that there is a master awakening within. So again, yeah, overall, just slowing down, learning to feel your body, learn yourself, figure out what's blocking you from receiving what you're desiring. Um, is it a lack of receptivity? Is it a lack of wanting to truly receive? You know, how are these things moving around you? How are these things moving within you? And you know, when you when you solidify that, not even solidify, it doesn't even mean to be like fully solidified. Once you get like a bit of it, um, you'll start to, your consciousness will begin to shift. You'll start to truly see things in new ways. Um, and a good way of even doing that is, just reading the Bible. Throughout all the Bible stories, replace the person's name with your name, and allow yourself to take seat of that individual going through that trial. Um, and that allows you to truly see like the stages of self, the lessons, the trials, the mindset that one may have to have, and how it even affects yourself on your own when someone affects another when one person in the Bible does something to another, you'd be doing that to yourself in that sense, and it would show you, from a third person point of view, like the mindset, the thoughts that go through, and how they correspond, and how they're actually being towards you. The true effect of the self, in that sense. It's a very, very interesting thing to do. But we have duality, uh, which is your soul wants you to know you no longer know who you are or what you want to do. Sometimes you make a decision in the rising and then focus on another in the evening. Letting your mind take over, you no longer can hear me, or you can only hear me faintly. Yet I send you many signs, especially inviting you into the inner calm. The time has come to take a break. You need to rest and overstand your ideas and thoughts. The duality you feel keeps you from inner calm, preventing you from having faith in yourself. This duality is not a coincidence, it's your relationship with me and your own mind. Meditate, breathe, rest. Taking these moments will be so important to help you hear me, to help you trust in the choices that you make. The choices that you make in the next 6 months will be important, and only you can make them, so trust in us. Your spirit guides want you to know you may have difficulty understanding your outer situation, and there are many expected events and unexpected events, and somehow you're always hesitant. You always wait for an extra sign to make the decisions for you because you aren't confident in yourself or don't take the first step. This creates inner and outer duality. Understand that outer duality is a reflection of your inner duality. We are sending you signs through emotions and feelings so that you may understand everything comes to you. Don't look outwards, look inwards. If you are able to assert yourself, connect to your sacral chakra to trust in your feelings and emotions. The entity would like you to know, my life was made of duality. I was always hesitated between two situations and two paths. I didn't dare to make my own choices. I didn't dare to trust in my emotions. This sometimes created considerable duality within myself and also with others. I couldn't channel my emotions, so I was caught in the kind of struggle. The struggle may have been reflected in my outer life. It may have created something like inner fire. Today, I am free from this duality and I'm in an energy of serenity. I now understand that through connecting to my emotions, I am my own guide, and we make our own choices. Others can't make them for us. So understand this dimension of duality. Show forgiveness and open up to yourself for the beautiful person you are. No, it is a wild suggestion. It really is. But like, if you do that, the amount of like, the amount of mind expansion that can happen when you do that, it will like blow your mind. It will like shock you. You'll see the story of God from a standpoint of yourself, which really, if you really think about it, if the Bible was truly written the way it said it was, from divinely inspired insight from straight from God, right? And stories from interactions of those around Jesus, the parts where it was talking about straight from God and the creation of man from God, right? That would have just been God experiencing God. That would have just been God writing out everything that he's seen. And then switching over to everyone just, describing how they seen Jesus and stuff. But, it kind of just puts you in the perspective of that creator, of that God. And it's like, damn, like, I did this to myself, but I also created this. Like, the thing that I created ended up doing this to me. And it's really interesting. Do it, read it that way. It's a fun rabbit hole to do, honestly. Especially if you're not fond of reading the Bible, for like not wanting to be like in a religious thing or anything. It's definitely doing it. Dude, I've done it a little bit, and it's like, when I got to Cain and Abel, that's when my first, like, not the first, but the major one that like kind of like messed with me a little bit, because it was like, damn, like I get this a lot, like heavy, was Cain and Abel. And that's talked about like the Nine of Swords, so I had like a reference point for it all. It was just really interesting. But the other card is freedom. And your soul wants you to know it. The time has come to free yourself, to let go of your last forms of resistance. You have worked on many memories and blocking energies. This required a lot of effort and reconsideration, but you did it. Today you are facing the last forms of resistance, the most deeply rooted forms, those that can frighten you and feel insurmountable. Know that they are not insurmountable. You can free yourself from these bonds because you understand what they have to teach you. You can now let go of these energies you no longer need. Take time to breathe, to mindfully activate this liberation. If you feel like you can't do it alone, you can always ask for help, but you are capable, and this release will let you open a vast new beautiful chapter in your life. Congratulations. Your spirit guides want you to know you may be having difficulty communicating with us right now because you're not necessarily on the same wavelength. You're not communicating to us directly, you're trying to communicate with us through other people, or your mind is interfering with our connection, causing you to doubt our presence. We are here right by your side. Become aware of how you try to communicate with us. We have many messages to share with you. You already know these things, but you need confirmation. We understand that. Change how you communicate. If you're trying to talk to us through oracles, try meditating. If you're trying to talk to us to another person, try doing it on your own. Pay attention to your feelings. They will guide you towards the best way of communicating with us. We are here. We are waiting for you. And the entity would like you to know, I'm in the process of freeing myself, of creating a new inner energy. I'm in an energy of positive evolution, but for that I need you. If you agree to help me, of course. I need your positive thoughts. I need you to think of me with a smile. I need your inner light. When I'm in your thoughts, think gentle, happy memories. And you can also light a candle in my honor. These actions help me continue my light-filled path. For now, I can't help you or communicate with you how you would like. Instead, I am the one who needs you. When I'm in a completely new energy, I'll be able to support you. I'll be able to share the information you need to be an energy of serenity and inner calm. If you don't feel able to help me, don't worry. I understand that. I feel no anger or resentment. I am in a state of peace, forgiveness, and reconnection to my soul. This process might be destabilizing, but it brings comfort and compassion. So yeah, relaxing, allowing yourself to. I mean, it's a sacral chakra thing. It's playing up twice, you know. So pay attention to that sacral chakra. What's blocking it? What's in it? Are there any like cords, tentacles, binds, gunk on it, that you need to remove, or things in it that are taking up space that just don't belong anymore? Um, make sure that you're checking those things out. Make sure that you're looking at them and truly just allowing them to speak to you, like the sides of you, the parts of you, the who you are. Further than any title can go. It's simply the observation. You know, more powerful than the title of an earth angel, more powerful than the title of one that would say the word God. It would simply just be all. It would be as what we would know as God, but the word God is does not do the credit for how insurmountable and supreme that source, that presence is. But for the angel prayer cards, we have Inner Power, the Divine Father. Thank you, Father, for co-creating my world with me. And Earth Angel. Thank you, angels, for inspiring me to be more like you. So, right now it's like with Father coming out again, like time, matter, and time. It's all about time. It's all about the physical right now. There's things that are moving, and there's allowing that to nurture you is one of the keys. The other key is that feminine, that angel part. Um, the way that I'm feeling to describe this, I'm gonna have to use the angel as a feminine. It doesn't necessarily mean that the angels are feminine, but I'm gonna have to use the angel as the feminine in this example. But allow, since it's the earth angel, allow the fact of that being there. That Gaia, the nature around you, the nurture inside of you, the breath that you breathe, allowing that to nurture you in these moments while you're remaining calm, while you're in this moment of stillness, while you're in the waiting room. You know what I mean? While things are moving and shifting, you're in this energy um of needing to just wait and rest. Not allowing the feelings of fear, or the thoughts of fear, or the thoughts of anxiety, or the thoughts of something bad happening, control and or motivate your actions, but just doing things from that heart space, that true self, or even just out of curiosity. For if anything, if you're gonna do work due to panic, at least do it out of curiosity. Like, will this work? I have a feeling this is gonna work, and then proceed to do so, and like make it a hypothesis instead of keeping it in that panic. Make it an experiment. Make it fun somehow. Bring that childlike energy with you into it, so that it can actually grow, and it's not gonna sit there and also feed off of that panic, and also feed off of that guilt and everything else that is flattered in with there. Damn, what a good card to get. We have Lizard for the first card, which is instinctual, sensitive to the subtle, and dreamer. The lizard is an expert in the realm of the sensory perception, as if it has a sixth sense. The lizard hears what is yet to be spoken and sees what is yet to manifest. Although this is an amazing gift, it can wear easily. It can wear the It can easily wear the lizard down. Excuse me. Big crowds, lots of travel, and overstimulation will drain a lizard of their magical essence. This card is an indication to pull back from the bright lights of big city and return to the inner artist who's been whispering your name. When in balance, artistic, telepathic, and spiritual. When out of balance, elusive and non-committal and flaky. To bring into balance a creative project. Another card talking about needing to rest. But this time it also talks about doing creative projects. So, oh my goodness. So we have the Cosmic Egg, which is completion, harmony, the infinite within the finite. The Cosmic Egg is the final card in the journey of the Animal Spirit deck and represents the unfolding of the cosmic consciousness. This state emerges after we have tread the path for quite some time, and through the self-effort and grace we experience in self-realization, a sense of contentment and oneness spontaneously arises with us. As the veils of our self-limiting beliefs are lifted, in the essence, when the essence of the cosmic egg has not yet been activated, we may feel like we will never get there, or that we travel alone, disconnected from others. Even if our encounter with this card is brief, appearing as a momentary glimmer or flash of interconnectedness, this potent energy stays with us. The cosmic egg is a remedy for the fragmentation of modern life. It's through the power of this card that we are reminded of the cosmic contract written at the beginning. We hold on to life, and life holds on to us. The journey is complete but does not end. And the cosmic egg in the seventh chakra. The subtle essence of the cosmic egg resides in the crown chakra at the top of the head, called the Sahasrara. One of the aims of yoga and meditation practice is to channel energy from the base of the spine upwards towards Sahasrara. Each of the six lower chakras plays an important role along this journey, and once the final epicenter of consciousness is activated, it's said to radiate the light of a million suns. Excuse me. But yeah. And what's up, Fly? I can show the card again. I can show Shiva's again if you want. I don't mind to. It don't matter. I need to go check that email from Spiritual Hobo. Dude, this is like so like fucked. What kind of test is this, man? Yeah, I got you with Lord Shiva though. I'm just so confused because like everything is like everything that I need to have happen for me, which was like that I've been working towards, is finally moving forward. And now the only thing that's like keeping me from moving forward, well, not moving forward, but from like actually doing those things, is finance. It's like the funny. It's like this is the second time this test has happened, and I've been getting a lot of readings of, it's something that's already happened is gonna happen again, or like you'll know what to do based off your intuitive nudge and stuff like that. And I've been doing that, and it's like I don't know, like I'm not stressed. I'm just like damn, okay. Like I don't know how to respond to it, but it's very interesting. I didn't get Delirians. I need Delirians. We need the Gateway of Lights. We need the Raider Weight. I've been praying for it too, truly. I had a whole like session with my guides and stuff, and I was like, look, like I don't know what's going on. I don't know who's doing what, but like open the gates. And I was like, whoever's like out there like praying for good on people, I accept it. Like I just like y'all are like this is a weird test, and I'm gonna just roll with it. I don't know. I know things are gonna be good just because of how the future's looking, with how things are like how they're being within the future. It's just in the present time things are just so weird and bizarre. So I've been in an Aquarius mood. I've been in one for a while, but I'm really like pressing on the pedal with the Aquarius by like not focusing on the immediate and remembering about the whole picture. But the Lyran Oracle, we have Healer Found, which is regeneration, health, empowerment, and vitality, and boundaries. No is yes to self love. Damn. Yes, it is. It do be like that. No is yes to self love. But yeah, make sure you're doing things that are gonna benefit you rather than harm you or put you in a situation where stress and anxiety or a majority player. I would American word. Yeah, you get it. Aquarius moon. When you really step into that Aquarius moon energy, you don't come back for a while. You just kind of stay there. Um, it's a very interesting thing. But you nothing will bother you ever. When you really tap into the Aquarius moon, nothing will bother you. But it takes a while to come back. It's the only issue. But now we're gonna go for the Gateway of Light activation, and then we're gonna pull two from the Raider Weight, and then if anyone needs anything, I already got these, didn't I? I don't remember. Doesn't matter. Anyway, well, thank you for stopping by, Fly. I appreciate love it. Sleep well. No, I did already do this. I don't know why I did them again. Okay, well, shit. I guess we have to do them again. Damn. All right, whatever. I'll run with it. So Seraphim Gateway, which is voice activation, angelic attunement, and divine support. You too, Fly. Take care. I appreciate you for stopping by. Sleep well. But the message is you are blessed to receive the light of the seraphim. Know that these beings of infinite light are singing your name to the heavens to unlock power of your own voice. Angelic support surrounds you at this time. Know that you are safe, for you are being held by the presence of love. The seraphim are witnessing the glory of your being and activating your angelic qualities. You care deeply about the welfare of the planet and all of her beings. In fact, you are hoping to make a great difference in the world. And the reason for this is you are carrying angelic light. Let it shine on the world around you. And then we have Merkaba. There it is, Merkaba activation, which is transcendence, ascension, and you are rising up. The message is you are raising your vibration and becoming magnetic to the presence and wisdom of light. You are in a space of ascension. The ascension process isn't about leaving this incarnation or dimension, but about finding harmony within it. And all the attention, love, and care you have been giving to your body are supporting your spiritual journey. A powerful gateway of light is surrounding you now, allowing you to connect with the divine matrix of ancient wisdom. It's important for you to be aware of this information, energy, and downloads you are receiving, for all that's coming through is supporting your expansion. You are moving up a level. It's time to fly high. Grand Rising, Melanie. We're doing well. We're doing well. I'm low key breaking the rules really heavily right now, like really bad, but we're fine. Because I should not technically be here, but I am. So we're gonna just roll with it and see what happens. I made a promise to myself that if I, if that at some point I will have to leave, but you know, I will push it to its extent. I think that's just hilarious. But we're gonna get two from the tarot, and then if anyone else needs cards, um, let me know. You know, from the Oracle or Tarot, let me know from Oracle or Tarot, and we'll get them for you. Yeah, I'm breaking the rules. I'm breaking the rules. So anyway, with this though, we have the Ace of Wands and the King of Cups, which is kind of funny to get after I said that. Um, Cause this is just weird. I'm in a really weird space and time right now. Anyway, with Ace of Wands and the King of Cups, this means the idea that you have and the idea that you're using or going through is worth it. It's the right idea. It's something that is emotionally mature. It is something that you are able to have an emotional standing ground on. It's something that you're thinking through. It was a mature decision. It was your feelings that were thought through properly. So whatever you're doing with this idea for how to connect to people or how to unite with people or working with individuals or working with other healers or going on your healing path or whatever, when you do so, make sure that you do so from a matured feeling space. And if you're already on that path and you're just kind of confused whether or not you're doing something right or not, you are in fact doing things right. The idea that you have is good. um it's just a matter of battling that rational mind, battling that moral. And again, like that's kind of why I said at the beginning of like this entire reading, like the struggle is less of a feeling but more of a moral. And it's testing the strength of your moral. How far will you break your moral compass in order to, you know, in the name of love, in that sense. And that battles that comfortability with who you are, but it also molds you into someone new. So that pressure, that uncomfortability shapes you into someone that you need to be, or it shapes you into being used to having certain qualities that you need to have for that next level. Not crafting you into be a bad person or crafting you into be, you know, malicious, but crafting you in that sense to be strong enough to handle what's coming next, so that you have more of a backbone, more of that pedestal, and how you know that it will be okay, relieving that panic, that pressure, that, you know, how the rational mind will come in and, oh, you can't do this because X, Y, Z, and all these other things that, you know, won't actually happen are going to happen to you that keep you from doing what you need to do for like survival purposes or, you know, friendships or, you know, survival, meaning the feelings, physical, mental, however, you know, leaving someone, getting together with someone, whatever. It's breaking that fear boundary lesser and lesser so that you aren't afraid to take the leaps that you need to take. But yep. And yeah, I can get you one from one tarot and oracle. The tarot cards are the Shadow Tarot, the Raider Waite Tarot, um, the Letters Tarot, the Animal Tarot, and the Archangel Power Tarot. Which animal? Which tarot? Which animal do you want? No, which tarot card do you want? And then I will ask for the oracle as well. And if I need to repeat, let me know. I don't mind. The Animal Tarot, got you. So for um, the oracles we have the Voice of the Soul Oracle, the Gateway of Activation Oracle, the Angel Oracle, the Animal Spirit Oracle, and the Lyran Oracle. We can get those. Could you repeat the oracle? Got you. The Angel Prayer Oracle, Gateway of Light Oracle, Voice of Souls Oracle, and the Lyran Oracle, and the pocket the Spirit Animal Oracle as well. I think I said that one. I don't know if I did or not, but I'll say it again. Soul Oracle, got you. So we'll get the animal first because that's gonna take the least amount of time. Because the Soul Oracle has a lot to it. It's a good deck though. I love that. I love it so much. It's always a good read. So we have Swan, which is love. And this is you have found your soulmate, or they are just around the corner. Remember that when two souls are destined to be together, they always find their way back to each other. All those things you had to go through are worth it. If you're not looking for a love partner externally, or a soulmate externally, or anyone on the external, take this as a knowing of you connected to yourself on a different level. Soulmates don't always have to be external. You are also your own soulmate, so it could also mean that you connected to deeper selves. I would just want to, preface that and, take that as it is for you and how you're moving and how it resonates with you, for that. And then we'll get the Voice of the Souls. Voice of this, I love this deck so much. Yeah, see, that's why I always like to say that, because a lot of people, because love can even just mean your soulmate could literally be like your business or like an animal or something. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to always be like an actual person. I've always said that, right? So I always like make sure to say that when that comes out, because if someone's not looking for love and they get that, and they don't need to get like upset or uncomfortable or try to prepare for something that isn't happening in the way that they think it is. And we have karma as the soul, as the message for this. But your soul wants you to know is part of your energy carries the burden of your karma in two different ways. The first relates to what I consider as failures. I carry within me blocking memories related to our former lives, with what I didn't manage to build and or overcome. Yet I also carry the wisdom we've built together and which we don't always use. This is the second way. Today I invite you to work with both work with and overstand your karma. Know who you have been to overstand the beautiful person you are today. The point isn't to look for excuses for yourself or to hide behind your karma, but to discover your inner power, to become aware of the challenges and goals that are yours in this life by using the method of your choice. Connect to your karma and look at who we have been to take the next steps towards inner transformation. The spirit guide wants you to know you are in an energy in which you are invited to build something important. Find new independence and freedom. You have been receiving many signs about this for years. You had an idea that when you were young, it was deep or a desire or a project. You may have even talked about it to everyone at the time, but then as time went on, this idea faded away. You became conditioned towards what you thought was best for you or what others expected of you. Today, you may be reminded of about memories from your past. You may also come across childhood photos or old documents as if by accident. Conversations with family members may reconnect you to old memories. We are sending you these signs so you may remember your old desires and needs to create. They are to help you. They are to help you have confidence in yourself and be daring. Turn your dreams into realities. The statement "it's too good to be true" just isn't true. You are capable of giving yourself the best if you want. And the entity wants you to know. In my last incarnation, I repeated old patterns, karmic patterns. I really wasn't aware of this karma, so I didn't overstand what was happening. Uh, it was like being afraid of life. I was afraid of what life could bring me. It was like I struggled against life. This may have affected my relationship with others and even you. Today, I'm aware of this karma and I understand the meaning of what I experienced. I feel more sincere about it all now. In my next existence on Earth, I'll know to do things differently. You may remember life's hardships, but which you may also feel is unfair. Release these emotions and feelings. Now I am free. I wish you the same freedom. I no longer have any anger in me, but I feel yours. It's not right for you. You can't run away from karma. You need to understand karma so you can turn it into strength. So there's your message. Hell yeah, T. That's the good part. Like the Voice of the Souls oracle, like it doesn't matter if it's for one person or not. If multiple people are hearing it, it's gonna click and it's gonna talk direct. It's not gonna be like a normal like reading. It's a powerful oracle deck. Like I don't I bought it on a whim. I didn't know what it was. I'd seen no one use it. I just bought it. It looked cool. I like the art of it, and it was actually one of the craziest tools that I've ever had. um, and I don't use it that much, um, but it is, you know. The only reason why I don't use it because it does get repetitive. I don't usually do intuitive stuff with it, or like channeling stuff from it. I usually just read from the book, so that's why it gets repetitive. But the book has such good advice. Uh, like it's just amazing. It's a beautiful book. I used all the decks, right? Yes, I did. I'm good. Okay. I've done everything I need to do. Welcome in, Fallen Star. Welcome in. How we doing? How we feeling? How we doing? How we feeling? I'm glad it was helpful for you, Melanie. All right, me. I'm doing fine. I don't look like it. It doesn't seem like it, but in a current like mental battle of keeping my rational mind away from thinking something bad's gonna happen because I'm technically breaking the rules right now, so I'm like trying to detach from that part of me right now. Other than that, I'm doing really well. I'm like having a ball. I'm learning a lot about detachment and multitasking with detachment. So far, it's going very good. But yeah, it's good. It's fine. We're chilling. We're having fun. We're living life. That's what we gotta do. Live life. Yeah, I'm good with detachment from certain things, but there's a lot. There are like very specific things that when it comes to detachment, I either can't do and have to just flee completely, and be completely avoidant of it, or I like combat it. And a lot of my combative stuff comes from like an external view. Like I'm always battling like how people feel about me or like how people see me. And a lot of people notice that about me too. But like that's something that I'm learning to detach from. Um, that's the issue of being a triple air sign is I'm constantly like thinking like that. Uh, so like that's why I know so much like about the rational mind and how it works and stuff because I'm constantly studying like how mind works and like what my mind is doing and the pathways it's going down and comparing that to other people's situations and stuff of that nature and it's like it's just the rational mind's a bitch and when depending on your element and like who you are as an individual and your experiences that all that adds up on it too. So November the 1st. Yep, dude. It's like I don't like. I'm still trying to figure out because I've been asking my guides a lot. Like, what's the point of my zodiac? Because you in the exact position of sun, moon, rising. You know, 1, 2, 3, being in the same position of cardinal, fixed, immutable. 1, 2, 3. I am Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. 1, 2, 3. Why am I like that air? Why is that my air position? With a Leo North node. Why is that my like what type of individual am I? Like that's what I want to know. And it's not like I don't want to know it based off of ego. I want to know it based off of like totality cuz it's like I know how I am from an internal point of view, but externally I have zip idea and it's hard to like grasp that because I'm always detaching from how people view me, or I'm trying to all the time. So it's hard for me to like hear that, which has made it hard to accept compliments, unfortunately. So that's why I'm working on it because I want to accept compliments and just ignore the other shit. But yeah, we are all the signs. Regardless of what your sun, moon, rising, your whole chart says, you are all the signs. You are all 12. Um, and even past that there's more than 12 constellations, dude. Like, you know what I mean? There is a reason those 12 constellations were chosen for those zodiacs, and it's not because they look like a lion. That was added later with the Greeks. It was chosen for the because the position of the sky, and I don't know the full history of it, but it's the position. It's something to do with the position of the sky. It's something me and my mentor are going over right now, with the astrology, because a lot of people are into astrology and astronomy and the zodiacs, and getting that out would definitely help move things forward, and getting out right knowledge and truth. But yeah, there's like a million constellations. So if you're really going to talk about it, why aren't we using all of the constellations for all the parts of the body that we have and use, even the parts that aren't necessarily there, instead of grouping them together for the 12 directions that you get whenever you split up the comp. I think it is when you split up the compass multiple times you would get the 12 directions. The four, yeah, because you'd have the four there, and then you'd have two, because you would have the middle, uh instead of it being exactly like east, it'd be like middle northern east or something. Yeah, that's that whole concept there with all that. um but that's that compass, that star compass thing that has the whole like 12 points. That's what that's talking about, that's what that's doing. But yeah, that's why I'm not so worried about Officius and worrying about that shit, because at the end of the day, you're every sign. And we have to solidify the order of the zodiac first, which with the chemical way, before we even worry about Officius and where that constellation stands and where that's at in the sky and where that would what that would actually be, rather than just reclaiming it's the healer with that being the only thing we know. Because it's really just a bunch of people screaming, "It's the healer!" Yeah, but that's all we know. Like, let's wait until we know a bit more about it before we start getting really excited about it. It's cool that we know it exists. It's cool that we have like the 13th month and everything, but um, we're not ruled by the sun. We're ruled by the moon. You know, we're in a luminary system, a luminary and solar system. A luminary and planetary system. Excuse me. The two luminaries, the moon and the sun, the lunar and the solar, and then you have, um, the planets. But we call it a solar sister system instead of a lunar system because our fucking everything we use now is based off the sun, um, And I think everything that we use is based off the sun. The reason I think we everything went from the moon being based off the moon to being based off the sun was to convince people that we were not in going into the moon cycle, which is the cycle of like deceit and stuff like that, the quote unquote deceit. But it's where things get hidden. It's the weird time. It's the time that we just left where information's hidden and stuff. The subconscious things are brewing and secrets are being made and things of that nature. The unknown is at play. So they made it like a solar system, at least in my opinion, to like cover that up, to keep that illusion of, oh no, we're still using the sun as the motion, so everything's good. But like, I don't know, how true that is, but that's my theory on it. I don't know how true it is though, but I'm gonna keep that as my theory. Welcome in, cat. How we doing? How we feeling? But yeah, the luminary, the moon is there. The what my mentor says, which is really interesting, and he's gonna talk to me more about it soon, is that the moon, I mean, excuse me, that the the sun gets its light from the moon, or the sunlight that we see is actually reflecting from the moon. Um, But what he said to like kind of back that up and kind of leave leeway was the fact that we don't see the backside of the moon for a reason, because it's plugged into the sheet, the film of space. So it's literally lighting up that portion of the galaxy it's plugged in. That's why we can't see it. It can't rotate because it's not supposed to, which was very interesting to hear. So I'm really excited to go down that pathway with him and see where that leads. Yeah, exactly, T. I've embodied a lot of lessons that like would have just been really cool to just talk about. I've experienced a lot of stuff, and it's just not like it's fun. I like experiencing things, but it's like, dude, how like what all can you like? What did I sign up for? What the hell? It's like, damn. So you're just gonna tell me one day I'm just gonna like die and be surrounded by like the council of fucking Saturn, and like, hey, you can leave if you want, but you can stay. Basically saying that, and I chose to come back. Like, well, okay. I had a mission to do. I couldn't give up. I guess you know how it is. I don't care about perfection. See, it's a double-edged sword for me, because I don't care about perfection about certain things, which can tend to get a little tedious. But then other things, I'm like a perfectionist. Like my music, I am almost a perfectionist. I'm basically a perfectionist with it. It's awful. I've learned to stop doing that. I'm just really judgmental of my craft. I don't know why. I need to stop being so judgmental. I mean, I know why. Um, it's just because of me. It didn't come from anyone. It's literally just me. Like no one I've ever met has ever like said my music was bad. It has always just been me, and it's just me fighting me at that point. It's so weird. I've gotten so much support, but I still think it's like the worst thing for me. So that's what I'm overcoming, and that's an interesting thing, because even if I try to, even if my rational mind will sometimes try and blame someone else, like, oh, it's the fact that, no, it's literally just me though, because I haven't, I make music, I don't release it, and then I say it's going on like an EP or album, and then I work on it forever, and it doesn't get released. And then now I'm in a cycle. Whenever I get working on it, when I work on the album, and I get my tarot shit working, and I get the DJ stuff working, everything around me fucking crashes, and it's like, damn, okay. And it's just a very funny coinkydink that has to happen. I love it. It's an adventure. It's such a journey of learning. I've learned to like at least not get upset about it anymore. I used to get pissed, but now I'm just like, you know what? Like if I can just take the chill pill, I'll be fine. So that's what I've been learning to do is just taking the chill pill, which has been very, very, very beneficial. Oh my god. But it's also caused a lot of procrastination, unfortunately, too. But that's just the price to pay. That's the consequence. You know, sequences of cons. I chose my path, and that got consequences. Things that are gonna go against the original plan. Ooh, I might need to read about that one. I'm not too sure what you mean by that. I'm not too familiar. Word. I don't know why I read that so fast. It was not like I'm not doing anything. God. I'm a speed reader. I've really noticed that. I can't stop speed reading. And sometimes I get like hyper aware of it and I'm like, how am I even like actually like reading this? And it like fucks up my brain. Yeah, every action has a reaction. That's the funny kicker. Like no matter what, like, oh hell yeah, I'm building myself up. Like oh, there's one more thing. Like what do you have now? Like what side quest do I have to do? Just tell me. Just let me know ahead of time. But like, give me like a letter. Like send like write on a piece of paper. Like get hire a poltergeist to write on a piece of paper. This is what's gonna happen, and then like let me put it in my pocket or somewhere so I don't lose it. I can go back and glance at it every so often and know what's gonna happen. So do something, please. I'm just asking. I'm asking from a place of sincerity, please. But they ain't gonna do it. They can't. It's against the laws, the angelic laws. They cannot come down and do that unless given permission from higher ups. So it's even if summoned to move someone further, if they don't, if that individual has like a certain code or tag on them that that's saying, hey, don't do this, don't touch this person, don't move something, they can't and won't. But they both support and give supporting energy and help protect and help give guidance and stuff. They just won't be able to like zip you out. I don't get this. I'm being like, the more I sit here, the more detached I'm getting, honestly. It's really bad because I don't want to like have that anxiety. I just want to relax. And the the polarity of these cards is just a little bit strange because of the way I perceived it at first. It just didn't line up right, and it made me really like, what are you trying to tell me with this? This is the one thing about being a reader that like genuinely happens that not many people like get to witness is the actual confusion. Sometimes you just can't get the message, and that's perfectly fine. You're not always gonna get it off bat. I'm gonna put this in my pocket for later. I don't know what it's trying to tell me now. It was talking about like, oh shit, let me pull it out. I can't remember it. Yeah, divine. I remember the other one. It was like, search for the silver lining. It was divine guidance and send dolphin, and the with the other one it was the Knight of Raphael. But it went from divine guidance, like, surround yourself with wise teachers and friends. Consider an alternate approach to romance, to just romance, like, romantical things, conversations that make your heart flutter. And I was like, what? Like, what do you mean? Like, that's not really what I was wanting advice on. But I mean, I get. I mean that is kind of what I said earlier about tell me what's gonna happen in the future. But I don't even know if that's gonna be it or not. So it doesn't matter. But I don't know. ADHD brain's going on. Yeah, when I'm meant to know, I'll know. And don't worry, Melanie. I'm like just doing. I'm just detached. It's fine. I'm just living life. I'm just jumping around and bebopping. Would I even be able to do that? Would that be that would be not a possibility. No, it might be. How much would that be? That would get me some. That would do something, wouldn't it? Sorry, hold on. I'm thinking out loud because I have to plan. I have to like ask questions out loud to like. You can't see it, but there's two little individuals talking inside my head right now, and I'm like speaking out loud to get like feedback. I do have a little bit of the anxiety, and I'm trying to, but it's not only just anxiety. I also have just so much to do, like, and a lot of it's excitement too, because I'm DJing on the 10th, and I haven't made my set yet, and I'm excited for that. So I have a part of my brain running that. Um, I'm thinking of a question for these. I was doing math. I have like fucking ADHD brain, dude. I'm multitasking like 1,000 things up in here all the time. But I was adding math up to make sure I had enough for something, or if I would have enough for something. Um, well, no, that doesn't make sense because I did the math wrong in my head anyway. So that doesn't even matter. So that was a sidetrack thought that was happening. I'm just all over the place. Is there romance? I don't. Ah, shit, that's what I'm asking. I don't know if there is. I'm not talking to anyone in a romantical way. I don't know of anyone that is looking at me in a romantical sense. So I don't know. I mean, if there is, that's cool. I would just like to know who, because I'm just curious. It's just that thing. Well, actually, no. Hold on, because there's that many. Well, stop thinking of. I need to stop thinking about that because that's not gonna matter. But I keep I keep wanting to solve problems. Hold on, I'm in like. I think my detachedness is broke. I think I detached so much that it like just looped on itself, and now I'm attached to it. But that's whatever. Yeah, that is true. I do. I have been loving on myself a lot recently. See, thank you for clocking me on that. I have been loving on myself a lot recently. I do need to take a break. That's the one thing. Um, I heavily do. I just have issues with doing that. I'm a workaholic. It's really bad. It's really bad. And the only reason why I'm a workaholic is because of trauma from my last situation that I'm still like working through. I have this ever and like this huge fear of things just like exploding. Not actually, but just like things not working out and not having like a backup whenever I'm not like working or doing some form of like creative project. Uh, so I end up like steaming myself out on one thing and then jumping to the next and doing that, which isn't good. But I've been like loosening up that grip recently, and it's just been like weird working through it. I've been in like a weird survival mode. It's like self love energy where like I'll be in a self love energy and then jump into survival mode for like a few at like an hour or like a day or so, and then go right back into self love. It's been really weird. It's not good because I'm really like tense and it is stress to a degree. But it's a lot of stress just myself and just over focusing. Not just over focusing, but also under focusing on a lot of things. Um, just because of everything that's kind of like popping up. But but that's the consequence of also being in the Aquarius. Like I'm really detached, so I know I need to do it, but I physically can't. I just haven't been able to detach from work. Yeah, I like when you start to like truly love yourself, it's amazing. Like not even like when I say truly, I mean like when you fully begin to like listen to yourself and walk that path of yours. But yeah. Yeah, that's kind of how like it is for this. It's like this like what I do here, the space that I hold here is definitely a child. I'm very like I watch over it a lot, which is not good. Um, but I just really enjoy what I do, which ends up being a double-edged sword, unfortunately sometimes. Um, hmm. What do you have for me? That explains a lot, actually. I don't like this deck no more. I don't like this deck no more. My smile went from like really happy to really sad immediately. It read me a little bit too much. I was like, damn. I was not expecting that from an animal deck. Come on. I got Starfish. It was like, oh yeah, people like everyone who goes around Starfish gets hit by Divinity. And I was like, awesome. And then it goes, but then they've like become very shallow because they're afraid of how everyone else looks at them. And it's like, shit, it's like, you got me again. You literally got me again with the double whammy. But no, it's all good. I mean, because it's true. I can't do nothing. The only thing I can do about it is like, work on de-escalating it. Man, but yeah. Damn. What else is there that I could do that I haven't done? Good golly. Yeah, I can't. I would. Can I stop stuttering? I would use those angel cards again. Unfortunately, I can't. I switched uses. I use those cards for different things, so they don't really work as like the tarot cards as they are. So I would need to get another angel deck. That's why I brought the Archangel Power cards in because I was like, I don't want to like not have angel decks. Like that's kind of something that I've been doing forever. So I brought those in, and we have the angel prayers too. So I'm using those as well. But yeah, the angel deck and the occult tarot deck, like I use those for different things. Yeah, I would do that. I just need like a stable place. Um, cause here is not stable. It's actually like I'm not supposed to be here right now. That's how not stable it is. But I'm just killing time. Basically, I'm just wasting time making moves. But yeah, we just making moves. I don't know what that was, but okay. I don't know if anyone else heard that either. That's the other thing. I don't know how to. I don't know how to describe what I just heard. But yeah, we just chilling. You did? Okay. I don't know what that was. I don't like. So I hope my channel gets like unshadow banned here soon, because it's like abysmal. You heard it? Okay, so it wasn't just me, thank God. I would have not wanted to just be the only one to hear that. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna just keep it a bug. I would not. I wouldn't know what. I mean, like, I've had experiences where I've been the only one to notice things before. I just wouldn't be able to, like, take things serious for a while, because it's like, really? Like, I have to explain I heard that noise to people now? I'm not gonna do that. Hell no. Yeah, I got shadow banned. I don't know why. I didn't do anything. Do you have a backup plan for shelter? Nope. There's no shelter available, and it rains tomorrow. Heavy rain tomorrow. It's been raining all day today as well, which is why I've been not going outside and not leaving. Um, I've been saying I'm gonna find a way, and I've been finding a way by just killing time. Yeah, the shelter that the only shelter that's like around, um, did not take me the first time that I went homeless, and they are full. So what do I still need? Uh, for the 2 days that I was gonna get, to kind of just like wean things off and like be easy, that together is like $180. But for one day, it's like, what was it, like $77 or something, 77, $78, something like that. But yeah, it's been so bizarre because like I've been trying to sell shit. Can you work? Yeah, I do work for them. See, so that's the thing. I work for them, right? But here's the complication. I need to go to the courthouse, um, to get my birth certificate and stuff to give to the social security office so I can get my ID renewed. I can't get to that office because I don't have anyone to take me. I had money, but I spent that money on rent here and then like on other things, and I had taxi reasons for other reasons as well to go to other places to get other things filled out that were like urgent. So I didn't have any money to get that done, and no one here's been able to take me. So I've just been stuck like not been I've like work here, but I can't get paid. Um, and that's like the only thing. It was on PayPal. Yeah, I can check. I have to like. Yeah, it's been like chaotic, really weird. I've been like, I've been detached from a lot of financial setbacks. It's been bizarre. Um, Normally, I would be freaking out a little bit, but I am like oddly calm, and that unsettles me a little bit. So I kind of have this like weird anxious vibe because I'm kind of nervous about why I don't have very much fear. But at the same time, I know it's like the divine has to be involved in some, in some case with it. So it's just been weird. Yeah, I got you. I'll check. I get that for the PayPal. Can I go to my? What do you mean? Like, how do I go check? What do you? Why is the web PayPal so weird? Like, what? Where's the? Oh, there it is. There it is. I found it. That was weird. That was really weird. Confirm my information. What do you mean? Oh, okay, whatever. It's whatever. I don't care. So what is that? So no, it didn't go through. I don't have any, in the PayPal. No, Melanie, you're fine. Don't worry. Like I'm not one to struggle for payments. Don't worry. I oh, Venmo. Do I remember my Venmo stuff off the top of my head? If I don't remember my Venmo stuff off the top of my head, I'll have to go check the app. But I can go check. Actually, you know what? Let me go check the app real quick. The stream is gonna freeze for a second, but it'll be back. Okay, are we good? Are we back? Wait, it didn't freeze? Did it freeze? Oh, wait. Okay, never mind. It jumped. Dude, that was fast. It just jumps like that. Huh. Anyway, the Venmo went through. Yeah, I have the Venmo. The Venmo went through. I appreciate love that. Thank you. I truly do. But yeah, I don't know. I don't speak a lot about the struggles of things because literally everyone that I've tried to speak to about them, it's the same thing as everyone else. Like you try to talk to them, no one really like cares about it. But I've also become like a self therapist in a sense where I try and balance it out, and I really try to get to like the middle ground of things. So it's really weird. But yeah, and thank you. I don't want to say the name in case it's like a name you don't want me to say, but I received your Venmo as well, and I appreciate love you as well. Thank you very much. Um, I don't want to say people's like personal name just in case just I don't know. I think about stuff like that sometimes. Damn. Well, I'm sending prayers to you, Melanie. True, honestly, truly, Melanie. If I was in a position to help people, I would. Like it would not be like a second doubt. It's not even a joke. Cause um, I don't know, man. I just really want to have like a community area or something, where people can just come in and learn and like have dedicated teachers and like all this stuff. I just really want something like that. I just think that would be really fucking cool. People wouldn't have to worry about payment because it'd be our own land and we'd be using solar power and like all other sorts of stuff. I don't know. It'd just be really cool. But finding funding for that and then also getting to that point is a whole other story that needs to be taken care of by the divine. We can walk that path, but that the middle ground stuff, that's the divine. Can y'all fill in that stuff, please? Yeah, because for as long as like we've known each other on this channel, you've been going through that, and it's like it's got it. I hope it dies down fully here soon. Um, Godspeed to you, truly getting the amount that you need. Um, so that you don't have to worry about that ex-husband anymore, and you can fully like detach from it. It's a wild ride for all of us, honestly. That's the thing. Like, we all got some shit that we've gone through. You've had what husband? You're good. I feel that. I appreciate love that to you. Um, I know how it's like being without shelter too. I've gone down that route. It's not really. I don't know. it's a I'm discombobulated. I can't speak right now. I'm sorry. I can't like form words. I'm like it's that's how detached I've been recently. It's really bad. I'm just now starting to like come back to like the surface of things. But I was really detached for a while and it was not good. It I got to like heal from a lot of things. I got to expand my mind, but I'm fine. I'm coming back. I don't want to detach no more. Yeah, I genuinely like it's because I truly mean it. Like it's a soul thing. I have to do it. It's part of my. It's what I'm here to do. I can't not. Literally, like the first day I was out there, I'm like, I'm not gonna do it. Like I can't worry about doing it. But I was like, no, but I have to though because it's like I have to get messages out. Like that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to teach. I'm here to help people heal. I have to do it. I can't like let this bother me. And it was really it was weird. I'm not gonna lie, it was a really, really weird experience. And anyone that has gone through that experience, no matter if it was like working with something and going through that homelessness or just going through homelessness in general, like it's not fucking like for the meek. It is awful. You can make the most out of it, all you want, but it's like awful and like very terrifying at times. I will say, extremely fucking terrifying. I had some woman walk up behind me and like touch me, and I had a knife in my hand, and like I was tucked up, had a knife in it because I heard someone like walking around and snooping, and I was like, this is not good. And she seen, she like touched. She didn't touch me, but she got close, and I felt it, and I turned around, and she was like, "Oh my god, are you okay?" I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "I was just making sure you were alive." And I was like, "Don't touch me, please. Like, go away. Like, I don't want. I really don't want to have to like use this knife. I don't know you. Like, please, just like go off. Like, you were not checking to see if I was alive. You could have said. You could have like said, 'Hey, are you okay?' or something. You tried to touch me. Come on, like, don't. Please don't." I get like some people might not be comfortable saying, "Hey, are you good?" But I don't. Don't touch people like that. I know it. I have faith. I know there's gonna be a door that's opening. There's there's no reason for me to have been tested the way that I have been for a door not to open. um the things that I've like opened myself up to over the past like 2 months have been stuff that I would have never thought about doing like ever. And like if I that would have been like I would have rather done other things than that. And I'm not gonna say what those other things are. But I accepted, that I would have to at least do those things. Not the bad things, but the other things that I was wanting to do to like as a sacrifice of self. And I coped in, I did it. So there, from all the things that I've done that I've like cleaned out of me and replaced with like progression, um, there's definitely a door opening. And if not a door, there's been a lot of internal growth, and I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for that for sure, for sure. Regardless, I'm grateful. But they better be a door opening, or I'm gonna be very sad. I'm not gonna be very sad, but I'll be disgruntled for sure. You know? Damn. See, I want to go to Australia. I want to go to places like go to different like states and counties and not counties but um countries. Yeah, I've been putting a dude. I'm glad the work is showing. I've been putting in so much effort with this shit. I've been like going like deeper than I ever have recently. I'm really glad. We're supposed to get you. I would appreciate love that. I don't know. I'm very skittish about that. About going in with like, not about having roommates, but just clashing energies because I'm very particular. I'm a chameleon at times. Like I'll end up like I'll end up like shifting my energy whenever I talk to like my other friends and stuff, and it's like weird. And I don't, some people will pick up on it and they'll see like the both those sides, and I don't want that to like make people feel weird because it's not that it's like a complete opposite, but it's like like I wouldn't have expected like you to be like this in like a natural state rather than like here because like I'm in a natural state, but there's certain things that I kind of hold back from like fully delving into. Oh dang, that's crazy. That's a crazy house. Man, see, now I got. Why am I worried about that? If like, I just gotta relax. I see why I have to stop being so detached now, because I'm coming back and there's an unanswered question that's been binking and bonging around. That's probably why I've been so anxious, like had so much like extra energy and been like moving around a lot. Like I wouldn't mind to have a roommate, but I like there are like rules that I have for myself when it comes to having a roommate because it's like I don't want to experience anything close to what I've gone through. So I'm gonna have like, you know, I want to have me time. I want to have like time where we hang out together, so I know things are cool. Like shit, dude. I need to have you can't just barge in my I mean you probably could, depending on who you are and how comfortable I get. You can't just barge in. Don't touch my altar. I had a roommate that kept touching my altar and that pissed me off. He kept like moving stuff on it. Like not like taking stuff and stealing it, but he would move it and I was like, you can't be doing that, man. Like you're gonna piss something off and I'm not gonna control it. What's up with the important question, Jay? What's up? Dang, really? Damn. Yeah, that's so. No, actually, I forgot what it was, but some dude came in here and donated like 1,000 of their currency, and it was like only $50 for like US, and I was like, oh my god, like holy shit, like that's bizarre. Like, what's up with the fucking conversion rates? Like, there's no way. Like, I know the US dollar is falling way fucking out, but it's holy shit. Like, it's that bad. Like, it's getting really like, ugh. But what's up with the important question, Jay? I got you. I can hopefully answer it. That's yeah, it's horrible. Cause it's like, damn. And Melanie, thank you. Goodness gracious, I appreciate love that. But it's awful. That's okay. And even if you don't want it to, I'm still gonna count that towards the rest of that payment. So don't worry about that. And you too, Joe. Have a blessed night as well. But yeah, I'm gonna count that towards the payment. Cause like, you know, I just do stuff like that. I really like I don't know. I when I really get down to it, when I really like reattach to myself and leave like that Aquarius energy. I really like. It's so funny how like not different I am from everyone, because I'm literally like everyone else like in this chat. Like I would give their shirt off my back no matter what. It's so ridiculous. I love it so much. Just the way life is. But yeah, prepare to see like whatever like either Gemini or fucking Libra uh focused Zahara over the over the next few whenever. We'll figure out what happens then, because apparently the Aquarius thing's like leaving, which is good. I want to ground a little bit more because it's been like a month, and I feel like I'm floating. Like I don't get high, but I feel like I've been high. Like I've felt like I've been floating. I don't feel it. I've been detached. It's been very, very weird. Will do, Melanie. I'll have to like I'll have to like go all the way back. I'll either have to check our emails or like go back into the logs. Well, I'll have to go into the email anyway to find where you sent it from PayPal. But I'll let you know. I'll email you about it. But yeah, that's the thing with like payment plans. I don't care how long it takes for you to to pay it back as long as it gets back. I really don't care. Like it's perfectly fine. I trust I trust that you would, and it's perfectly fine. So don't worry. Because that's why I had payment plans in the first place. Because it's like those services are pretty expensive. So it's like if you there's a payment plan option. You don't have to pay half. There's not like a like quarter segment. It's like you pay when you can. Like it's okay. Don't worry about it. We'll keep in contact about it. Just give me updates here and there, and it'll be fine. There's really no issue. Like I'm like, you know what I mean? I'm genuine. Like it's bizarre. People think I'm like stupid for that, but that's how I am. But at the same time, I also have a very keen intuition. So it's like if I know someone can do it, I'll trust them. But if I know someone's gonna be a little, around the edges, I'm gonna be like, okay, maybe not. But I trust people. I want people to come out of that shell of not trusting others. And if you can't learn how to trust yourself, you have to learn how to trust someone else. And I would at least want to be able to do that. I can trust myself to a degree. So as far as I can trust myself, I'll allow others to see that trust in themselves and hopefully, have them walk across that path for a little bit. Because it's just important for me. If we can just get to that nature, like I don't know, man. I live this. This is my life. I don't know. I can't not just. This is my programming. If you're gonna call me a robot, this is my programming, right? We can talk about it in that sense to make it a little funny, but that's just my programming. Like I'm really here to bring nothing but like peace and joy and truth and just learning who you are. That's all I'm here because I'm doing it, and I can't be teaching it if I'm not doing it. And that's why sometimes I disappear for a while because sometimes I'll disappear and just upload videos and not stream because I'm using that stream time for studying and deep meditation. And then that stresses me out sometimes, but you know, that is the cycle of the rational mind. But I love what I do. It doesn't matter. Because if I was gonna quit, I would have quit a long time ago. That's the thing. If I was doing this simply for just money, I would have quit a long fucking time. Oh my god, I would have quit a long time ago. This is genuine. It's also kind of a passion project too because this has given me a lot of ideas for things that I desire to do further on and like further down the line as well. and even if I can't do them, at least, you know, give that idea, that seed to someone else and see if they can plant it. I'm really glad it has. I really am. Um, I'm glad that, you know, we have familiar faces here that have, you know, been on the journey with us for a while. Yeah, I still gotta take care of myself. That's the thing. Um, a lot of the time, like if I go on like a period where I don't stream, I'm usually doing deep shadow work one day and then resting for like two or three, and then doing a deep shadow work, then resting for two or three. Um, yeah, we all got this soul family here. Exactly, T. I am only as good as I can be in that moment. You know, I'm not one to fake it to make it, and even if I tried to, it wouldn't. God, dude, I wouldn't be able to fake shit. But yeah, have had to learn to take time off. That's been something else. It's like really relaxing because I like working. I like going live. I like interacting with you all. I like uploading videos and stuff. Um, but I burn myself out. Um, because I'm like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do this then, and just immediately get on. You know, you know, I used to get on only when divinely instructed to, but now I kind of get on whenever I don't have anything to do, just to like fill in that gap. But I usually take like afternoons off and like stuff of that nature. Like normally I would stream around this time normally, right? And then by the time of like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, I would be like resting or like playing games with friends or something. But I streamed earlier, and I'm gonna take a longer day off. Um, because fuck that. I'm gonna. I need to sleep is what I need to do because the way it is, if I play games with my friends, which has been every day for the past 3 weeks, whenever I end that final stream, I like I'll either take a shower or I'll like stretch and I'll walk around and then I'll hop on with games and I'll play until like 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning. Last night I didn't play. Well, no, last night we did play, but we got off early. We got off at like 11, and I went right to sleep. What games I play? I play Repo. We only play Repo, but I play Phasmophobia, um, and Repo. We used to play Lethal Company, but Repo came out. We don't play Lethal Company that much anymore. Phasmophobia, I don't really play that much. I kind of got too. I do. My friends call me a Phasmophobia pro, and I don't like it because I am a nerd and I enjoy ghost hunting games. I enjoy ghost hunting in general, so I kind of like nerded out and learned how to play the game fully. Yeah, it's on PC. So I nerded the fuck out and learned everything about Phasmo, and I got max prestige and max level, and we don't play it anymore because I don't play it anymore. We don't play anymore because I don't play anymore, basically, with Phasmo. So you just play Repo, and we have fun. I met new people through one of the friends. The friend I play Repo with, we clicked instantly. It was my friend of a friend. We like instantly just fucking clicked. And I hang out with her friends, and her friends are cool. We don't really talk about anything like spiritual, but everyone's like down to earth and like not like weird or aggressive or an asshole. So it's cool, and no one really judges either, um, because you know everyone knows like who I am in there, like my preferences and whatever, like sexual preference. They know like what I do for a living and everything, and they just think it's cool. They don't give a damn. I think it's fucking hilarious. We make jokes about it. Like they're really cool people. No one like gets offended, and and it's a healthy environment actually. Unfortunately, my other friends don't like them, and I lost them because I hung out with them. I did the thing where we meshed friend groups, and someone just did not like a joke and got really upset and left, and no one was being serious, but we all had to like, we had to separate at that point because it ended really weirdly. And welcome in, dude. I want to go ghost hunting. I've talked about this before. I want to have like I want to have like a video or like a series on this channel where I go ghost hunting. I love ghost hunting, dude. I love it so much. I love it because like I don't know. I've gone ghost hunting, but not with like actual equipment, right? Like I've gone ghost hunting with other things, or like I've gone cryptid hunting without equipment. You know, I've walked in the woods without like any equipment and just like waited for stuff to happen and whatnot. But I've never gone with actual equipment, and if I can go with actual equipment, that's gonna be fun because I want to take it like actually serious. I don't want to like goof off too much. Well, I mean, goof off a little bit, but I don't want to like bully the ghost. I want to respect the spirit, dude. Dude. I don't even want to know what would happen to me if I walked into a joint and said something offensive to a ghost. I don't even want to know what would happen to me. I think my guides would just drop my guards and be like, you know what, just go at him, just show him what's us, just show him what to do, show him what it's like. Yeah, I like the buildings and stuff of it too. I just like urban exploring too. Urban exploration is also another thing. I've done that. One of my friends, he almost got arrested urban exploring. He was like they went into his house and there was like a doll on a chair and a bunch of magazines around it. And he ended up screaming really loudly because he got scared. And we all ran out of the house except for him, and he walked out the front fucking door, not the back door, the front, like the not. Well, that would be the front door. He walked out the front door, and the front door was like a street view, and the police were there, and they seen him walk out of the house, and they're like, "So what were you doing in there? This has a no trespassing sign." And he said, "Oh, I was just in there. I threw something through the window." I don't know. I don't think he said that. I don't remember what excuse he made up, but fucking almost got him and two other people arrested. I wasn't there personally, but he fucking he got scared. He was a scaredy cat though. I remember one day he screamed and then started crying because he scared himself screaming, and that's a true story. I've never in my life seen someone do that. It was so bizarre. I'll never forget it. We were walking home at night. Him, his name is Tanner, and another friend Landon. We were walking home at night, and we were just like screaming and just making random noises. And he said, "You all need to run ahead, like run really far ahead." And we said, "Why?" He says, "I'm gonna make a blood curdling awful scream, and we're just gonna book off." And he said, and we were like, "Okay." And he made us scream, and then said, "Oh shit," and ran like fast as hell towards us, dude. And we caught up, and he was like wiping his eyes, and we were like, "Are you good?" He said, "Dude, I fucking scared myself." And he was sitting there crying because he scared himself, and I was like, "Dude, no." I'll never forget that moment. Oh my god. That boy was crazy. I don't know how the hell he scared himself like that. I don't know. I haven't talked to him at all. In like 2 years. If I ever see him again, that's the first. I'm gonna make sure it should be one of the first things out of my mouth. I'm gonna say, yo, how's it been? Everything. I was like, yo, you remember when you screamed and scared yourself? I don't even care. I don't care. It's gonna have to be the first thing I ask him because it's like I need to know. Like, does he remember? Landon remembers. I remember because we talked about it last time I spoke with Landon. It was like last week we talked about it. No, it was like 4 days ago. Yeah, it was 4 days ago. Last time I talked to Landon was 4 days ago, and then we were talking about that for some reason. But I don't know. Oh, wait, what? Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. This is not an ordinary, like. Oh! Oh, I actually need this. Oh my god. Okay. I thought I was just added to another one of those, um, like sending one email to multiple people things. But someone actually responded to it, so it's something important. I needed that actually. Holy shit. I'm very, very happy. Oh, I'm happy I looked at that. I got a notification for it, and I was like, "What is this?" So I'm glad I looked at that. I need to study those things, dude. Oh my god. Oh shit. This is gonna be happening like soon, like fast, isn't it? Oh shit. Okay, I guess I can talk about it now then. I'm gonna be teaching classes, tarot classes with the spiritual hobo. Don't, it's not yet, but I'm just making like a mini announcement. I'm gonna have like an actual full announcement. But yeah, I'm gonna be doing classes with him. We're gonna have a school. I'm gonna be one of the teachers for him. And if you have the tarot classes or are interested in them, if you already have like the tarot classes, you've already bought that and stuff, you'll just get moved over to the new way of doing the classes, which would be on call. But if you want to get tarot classes, you don't have to get them just from me. You can go through the spiritual hobo, and I would still get paid. Even if you pay through him, you would be able to request me for it. And I would get paid the money for it. We were gonna find someone who's like into finances to like handle that stuff. But we have a lot of people, like he's been talking to me about it, and there's a lot of like students that he's been getting that are catching on to this stuff very quickly, like and are able to start like teaching other students. So that's what we're getting on board. And I was like one of the first few of the recent ones that he's gotten, that's kind of like caught on real quick, and then now this slew of other people. So like he's gonna be having the school thing going on. So a lot of my services are gonna be kind of like on his website as well. So that's gonna be a very interesting thing to expand and go through. So I'm very, very excited about that. I'm not going to be going over anything too in depth at first, just like the basic charts that he has. That would be my portion of the classes. But he's going to get it eventually to where like you graduate through other students. So like you have student, you start at the beginning and it's one student and you go to another and another and another until you get to him who would teach the grand overarching, or like if he ends up like retiring and passing that on to someone else, whoever that would be teaching the whole grand curriculum, like from base all the way to like the extreme esotericisms of it all, and the truth of of the matter and everything. So that's gonna be fun. Um, but with me, I think I'm gonna be because we're gonna be teaching based off of what we know. So he's not putting anyone in any sort of category where they're not gonna know what they're talking about. Um, but based off of off of how well I handle the charge and the students and stuff, I might get bumped up to something a bit more in depth. And whenever I do get bumped up in depth, I'll take some of the knowledge back here. Of course, I'll keep like the huge things, in there and whatnot. But I'll talk about a few things in here about it too, obviously, because he doesn't want to. He I mean he's like he doesn't want to keep this stuff hidden. He wants it out. He wants people to know about it. So it's not like, oh, you have to like pay. We're gonna be teaching it. We're gonna be talking about it. When I do readings, where I'm going like it's gonna be broken down and looked over and spoken on, right? So um, that's what I'm really excited for. And he just sent the PDF of the charts and stuff, of the fixed charts of everything being in like numerical order and fixed and like made neatly, well, made neater at least. Um, I'm just excited because this is kind of what I wanted to do with the building and the school. But since this is happening, I've been discarding that building dream and kind of just going for, if I just get a better laptop, if I get this, if I can get that, if I can get these things and handle that with the fundraiser, we'll already have the building like under control. Like I was just needing a more professional place to set up the tarot classes and stuff. And since that's already being handled by someone else, that shit, you know what I mean? And I'm gonna be like my own boss in that regimen. Like I'm gonna be able to set up my own times and stuff with it. So it's not like I'm working under anyone. It's a cooperative manner. It's a union, right? So I'm not working under anyone. We're working together for a grand cause. So I don't have to worry about the building. I don't have to worry about that. I can move that aside. That's not my worry anymore. I have all these other things. So there's been so many like changes that I've had to make with plans recently. It's been bizarre, but it's been a weight off of my back and chest. It's been like a relief. I could we could. Um I might have to bring up to I could bring up to the spiritual hobo about it. Yeah, I have a backup channel. I should start posting on there some more. Um I keep getting called. I get called back to it, and then I get told to like not touch it. It's a weird channel. It's like only certain times I'll hear like my angels and my guides go, okay, go post on there. I'll post on there. Like, yeah, they told me to come back. I'll be posting regularly, and then they just tell me don't post on there. Don't post it on there. Post it on this channel. It's like okay, so. And I guess it's just because like the people that need that message are mainly on here and not on the other one, which is fine. But yeah, I really yeah, I'd make a brand new one honestly. Listen, if I made a brand new one, it would be solely based for meditation music. If I made a new channel, it would be meditation music and like sigil activations and stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah, I gotta listen to my own guidance. That's the thing, T. That's the walk of life. The teacher also has to take that walk. I can only give advice as much as I can take it. But yeah, if I made a new channel, it would be for meditation music and like sigil activation meditation stuff, things of that degree. I might do that actually. I'm going to do that now. Never mind. There's no I might do that. There is and I'm going to. Um and if I end up getting ads for that channel, I'm gonna find a way to not have I'm not gonna put mid rolls on it if I do, cause fuck that. I just don't. I hate when that happens. I'm okay with an ad at the beginning or the end of like a meditation, but right in the fucking middle, are you serious? Are you insane? I'm like, I'm not in my body. I'm somewhere else, and all of a sudden I hear a fucking Target ad. You're trying to kill me. That shit's bizarre.